Good afternoon, friends. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And I wanted to give a little bit of like, hey, well, what do you do when you're feeling stuck video? Because this week and last week, I really alluded to the fact that, like, not only am I noticing this in individuals, and I've had, I don't know, probably a dozen individual conversations about this lately, but also just this collective of when we start to get overwhelmed, we start to fall into these autonomic autopilot patterns that typically don't serve us to not only stay stable but progress. All right, so I'm just going to list a few things that people legit in life are doing right now to get themselves as a witness to like what's happening in their lives versus like, you know, letting life just kind of take them down, right? And so number one is just recognizing that when things are hard, we do have this tendency to want to kind of basically hole up and like, I call it turtle up and just kind of isolate and whatever. So what people are doing to get out of that and stay out of avoidance and feel like you have some agency is to get more support. So don't stop going to your individual sessions. If you've been putting it off for months, if not years, it's time to engage in that. If there are groups available, go to your groups. If you're in a group but you don't really let yourself be seen, start to take some risk to be seen and get the support that's probably already there waiting for you. All right, so basically number one, don't isolate. Number two is, again, start to like, you can borrow other people's faith. You can borrow other people's hope that like, there are some people staying maybe feeling pretty strong right now, and talk to them about it. Like, what's helping you stay like grounded and strong? And even if you kind of feel you're having a rough week, what as some of the circumstances maybe shift, what's getting you bouncing right back to where you were, maybe plus some, you know. And a lot of times there's just something bigger that you're doing all of the work for, basically. There's something maybe bigger that you feel that's benevolent, that's helping you. Of course, other people. And what kind of chains are you breaking? You know, keeping yourself really focused on something bigger is I think sometimes is what helping people a lot stay grounded and not get overwhelmed and to get into autopilot. Number three is sit down. I've done this, again, probably more than a dozen times in the last couple of weeks, is sit down and look at priorities and values. Take this out, make some list. What are your priorities and where are you finding yourself in perfectionistic thinking or all or nothing thinking that I can't do it this way or that day or it's not working out this way, and so I just don't do anything, and then I'm on social scrolling and not connecting. You know, what is that? And so notice that you're doing that all or nothing perfectionism kind of stuff, and like, okay, stop. Maybe I need to block schedule my day to where the different priorities, my food, relationships, work responsibilities, whatever, there's a time and a place for everything, and so that nothing's getting neglected. And that includes grocery shopping. That includes being creative with convenience foods, whatever, to make sure there's enough food in the house for like actually all 3 meals a day, and there's time for it, all that. I'm not saying that you have to like go hour by hour and micromanage your life. You shouldn't do that, but there needs to be a space for the things that you say are priorities and values. And when you're doing that, you don't really have time to get involved in other people's stuff, drama, politics, whatever it is that you find is like dragging you down and stealing your power and authority. It's like if other things that don't matter that much are taking from you, then it's time to see where those leaks are and then stop the leak. And let's see, okay, number four, like I just kind of alluded to, stop the scroll. If you're finding yourself like, I'm on social to procrastinate or to flight, to run from the things that are important to you for whatever reason, if you can just catch yourself like, okay, put the phone down and go do one small doable thing, okay? And then see if you find that you get a little bit more regrounded again. Really important. Number five, I heard this somewhere, and I wish I could remember where, but there's a level of like, you can only, one, consume so much information, but you can only really have so many people's way of teaching you what you need or encouragement, and act on it for it to be effective. So what that means is like, think about when you're in junior high and high school, and you don't have 3 history teachers, you have one. So for a subject, you have one person, there's a focus, right? And this is what we've been talking about the last 2 weeks, is like, who's your focus for body image? And maybe you just have 3 to 5 people you follow, that's it. Who's your focus for mechanical eating / normative eating? 3 or 5 resources for that. Trauma-informed work, have your people for that. And, just really dig into all their stuff and have a thing, maybe 1 thing or 2 things a week that's your focus. And so I find if you kind of have all this going on, you're not going to have much room really left to like get in your head and stay overwhelmed. There just won't be room for it. And everything you're doing is going to feel purposeful, even your relaxed time, even your play time, because those are all things we need to feel nourished as well. So I hope this very pragmatic video helped you. If it did, please, I don't know, give me a smiley face in the comments below. Please pass this along to people that just need to get a focus and get out of the overwhelm. So let me know if you do that as well. I appreciate you for doing it, and it's just going to help serve other people. I call it easy evangelism, right? Like, you just sharing something helps other people, and you're a part of something bigger, which I think is really cool. So, all right, I will talk to you in Friday's video, and we're just going to kind of re-summarize everything. And I would love to get some stories from you all. Like, what are you doing to stay out of the overwhelm? All right, I'd love to hear about it, and we can unpack that a little bit more if you'd like live. So, we'll be meeting Friday, probably around the same time. I won't be able to get it on first thing in the morning, so probably kind of midday that'll be happening. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.